therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
This is indeed the most challenging crisis we have faced since the Second World War.
This is going to be very, very tough for all of us. There's no question about it. There's going to be a lot of sacrifice here, a lot of pain.
Do not travel to specific regions in Italy and South Korea.
We will be denying entry to Canada to people who are not Canadian citizens or permanent residents. This measure will carve out some designated exceptions, including for air crews, diplomats, immediate family members of Canadian citizens, and, at this time, U.S. citizens.
It's another day, adhering to self-isolating and social distancing. I have decided to express myself through this medium, being a visual artist, the eyes of the earth.
Përshëndetje. Përshëndetje means hello in Albanian. I'm from Kosovo and my name is Ulpiana, and I would like to talk about our main topic today, coronavirus disease. Here in the place I live, in Kosovo, we are overloaded by cars, which they make a lot of pollution in our environment. So this break, let's say, from this case of the virus, the level of cleanliness has increased in public spaces visibly. And the world at this time is living differently. Most of the work is done at home. Those work that cannot be done at home suffer various damages. So if the situation goes like this, we will be suffering by economic losses and poverty will increase. On the other hand, staying at home has returned us to our traditional way of living and social isolation. Also, I would like to add that these days we are living quietly but fearfully at the same time, as for the 3 weeks we have 126 people infected, 1 dead and only 10 recovered from the coronavirus disease, despite the fact that we have taken all the necessary measures for the pandemic prevention. Let's hope for our best, and we hope as soon as possible returning back to our normal life. So I'm currently at my home, Prizren, Kosovo, and I'm recording this from my balcony. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but you definitely can hear the quietness, the peace. We are isolated as the government has set the curfew from 5 p.m. to 6 a.m. We are peacefully at our homes, living and hoping for the best. Miru pafshim means bye in Albanian. So bye.
Let's say I'm looking at it from Canada, like I'm Canadian, so the Canadian point of view, but then I'm watching the news and I'm looking at the world and I'm looking at the States, and I'm comparing that. I said this like maybe 10 times in the past 2 weeks. I'm so happy to be Canadian. Like, I feel like, like I said this so many times because I feel like a lot of other places have it 100 times worse. Like when it comes to
100 times worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I feel that.
Down here in Africa, trust me, it's worse. It's not funny here.
I know, and I feel like we're doing the shutdowns like slowly, province by province, country by country. I feel like the healthcare systems are completely different. You have like free versus paid versus like nobody has healthcare at all. Like hospitals are crowded. So looking at over here, I just feel like super blessed that our government's not crazy. And they're all like unified, and they're all making decisions together.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, what exactly are they the measures the government has taken in your state to, to ensure people are coping with the lockdown, and what are the provisions they provided for your people where you are?
Okay, so we have the it's like a loose curfew or loose guidelines of do not go outside. So the quarantine, it's not, let's say as of the past couple of days, it's been voluntary. So it's like don't go outside voluntarily. But then yesterday or the past maybe 48 hours, if you are outside, it has to be for a reason of like work, groceries. And if you are around a group of people without reason, you can get a ticket. Like fined, like yeah, they're giving out tickets. Like they see people at the park and they'll give out a $500 ticket, $1,000 ticket. If you're at the park, what are you doing at the park? So it's not like to the point where you're like getting arrested or $10,000 fines. I have friends in like other areas that they're on strict, like they have a curfew, a deadline, you can't be out, and if you are on quarantine, you'll get like a $5,000 fine, first offense. I'm like, okay, we're pretty good over here, and people are following the rules pretty much.
Whoa.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Crazy times in the world.
Yeah.
So, okay. What are your thoughts for the world in these times? What do you think after now? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Let's say in relation to the virus or in general.
To the virus, because like so many countries are on like shut down. Like my own country right now, currently where I am in my own state. It's like a shutdown for like 2 weeks and nobody can go out and things like that. And the numbers of, the people with the virus keeps increasing like on a daily basis. So it gets scary and all. So I want to know your own thought, like based on other countries that are affected, people who are affected with the virus. Like I want to know your own thought about it.
So I think I'm being kind of optimistic but realistic at the same time, that they keep saying, okay, 2-week quarantine. Like we started our 2-week quarantine before March break. Now it's April. We have a month-long quarantine because like schools are shut down until May. So I feel like they're taking it step by step, and I appreciate the governments in the world taking this seriously and making us stay inside. I understand why. I feel like, let's say in the future, let's say within the end of this year, I feel like it's gonna be died down a lot. Like I don't think it's gonna be solved in a week. I don't think it's gonna be solved in a month.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm kind of looking forward to the summer. Before the summer, everything's supposed to go like down. What do you think?
Do you listen to like Dr. Fauci and like the scientists that are talking about this right now? They're pretty much saying that we can't really determine any time frame. The virus is determining the time frame. So if this thing keeps going up and up and up in the summer, we're gonna be sitting down. Like, so I feel like they're waiting for the numbers to like slow down from going up. And then we can be like, okay, now let's relax and take off this curfew and then loosen up things. But I'm hoping for summer too. I want to enjoy my summer. I'm hoping.
Same here, man. So many plans, and this is costing a lot. So, like, since this whole thing has been happening, have you lost anything in terms of businesses, money? How's the situation for you?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Let's say the first week, even like the first week of actual quarantine, I was just looking at the news. I'm a web designer, so everything I do is online. I do workshops as well, so those are in person. and I had a bunch of workshops scheduled like every week. And I was just like, oh, it's fine. Like, there was no quarantine that time. It was just like minor things. And I'm like, oh. And then the first email I got of my workshop being canceled, I was like, then I got a second email. Second email, my workshop was canceled. I'm like postponed. I'm like, what the? Like, there goes that money. And then the quarantines got real, and I'm like, okay, I gotta. Luckily for me, 90% of my business is online, and like 10% is the workshops. So I'm fine. But I have friends who 100% of their business is physical and events and all that, and now they're just sitting home, like, you know.
They're just at home, yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, you mentioned that the government are providing things for people at home.
Yeah.
It's good. Hopefully we'll win. Hopefully we'll get over everything that's happening currently. I pray it's gonna be in time. I have predicted before summer, before August. I think everything should be on slow. Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm hoping for like summer. Like,
yeah, I'm kind of hoping for a miracle again.
But you know what the real determining factor is? It's like, how much can our hospitals handle? Because right now we don't have enough beds for if every person got sick in your country or in my country, we don't have enough beds for every person. So until the amount of people going to the hospitals decreases, then they're going to be like, okay, we can handle if more people get sick. So go out, guys. Get sick if you want. We can handle it. Because it's not deadly unless you're super old or if you can't get the right cure once you get sick. Like, you need the right care. Right now, we don't have enough staff in the hospital space.
I guess Canada is better than Nigeria. I think say so. in the way they're handling the situation, because here, trust me, people are not even fully aware of what's going on. Like, because the government is not even ready to provide for the people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just pray for a miracle for us here, because if it gets bad, the numbers are really, really going to increase. Is what I'm seeing here. Yeah. So hopefully, we just pray for the best. We just pray for the best and hope nothing goes wrong that much. Like the way it's happening in Spain and Italy and all that.
Ooh, yeah. I think Canada is like handling it well, and but yeah, our government, they're providing lots of like briefings every day that makes sense, that we can understand and feel comfortable about. They're providing like monetary, let's say, like relief, like funding and stuff for small businesses, freelancers, not just regular unemployment. It's like they're looking at everybody. So I'm like, okay, that's good.
That's very good. That's a country that is ready to take all the measures to make sure everything is right for the people. So you're lucky. Let me count you lucky.
I'm so happy. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Alright, so I'm going to show you what outside is looking like. This is my street. It's pretty empty. Like, this isn't normal. There's a school around the corner. There's usually kids out. Yeah, this is what's going on in Canada. I'd like to say thank you so much, Sly, for making me be a part of this. You're doing an amazing job. I love your work. Continue doing what you're doing, and yeah, we're all gonna make it through. So.
I write about the pain of the many children of the earth right here in Sabu, Oniba, where help looms far in this period of despair, and news of food and relief materials being distributed are but fragments from fantasies. people have been imprisoned in their homes with no means of survival. Why then must the many be sacrificed to save the few? The government have held back aid to my people. They are left with their fates down and hungry. Life must go on. There is another virus brewing in the hearts of these people in the ghetto, a virus far worse than COVID-19. Like the popular saying, if the rich fail to feed the poor will feed on the rich.
We don't see anything there. The government said that they have distributed 3 billion naira to Nigerians. This is what they bought, along in the name of 3 billion naira. I wonder the type of government they have. Let us take this thing back to them, so that they will not say that out of the 3 billion naira or the multitude of money that is being donated by federal government itself and private organizations is being distributed around Nigerians. It is a false information that is given to us.
Just one cup.
If you reach 1 cup, you go collect. But this one don't reach 1 cup.
Okay, now hand they pack give on a hand.
Even though if you go see that bread, you go be like say bread we don't expire. And that's in the vessel. When they will come out with this. Okay, even though the bread where I buy today now, government now, if that one remain have been I don't know. If you now go see the bread, if you give them from now to, if you give them person where no where, you no go gree chop am. That in a remnant to I don't even say. The person don't come chop, come get the sickness when they see the talk again.
Now one person.
That's a crowd too much for there. So when we reach there, everything, only by Jay according to Yoruba people.
It's just light. Anybody where look the light, you don't say the light no good. And the lights, you know it's even a back.
The rice, the beans, you know reach half the liquor. You know reach. The rice now 1 milk up.
1 milk cup.
Tomato.
For one person, for one family.
For one family.
I am reaching out to the world to come to our rescue.